Welcome to this learning series. I'm Lynetta Alexander, an educator, playwright, writer, poet, and overall bibliophile. I retired from teaching a few years ago, but with all the problems with literacy in our city, I decided to do something about it. Like and subscribe so you can get up to date lessons and read alouds to help you improve and enjoy English language arts. Maybe you'll end up enjoying it as much as I do. It's literally all about literacy. So corny. Let's get started. So I wanted to bring in this really important lesson on how to write summaries. Being able to write a summary helps you demonstrate that you understand what you read, but it also helps you in processing what you read. I kind of have a theory that writing something down helps your brain in some kind of way. Maybe it's a kinesthetic thing. I'm not really sure, but when you write a summary, you want to make it clear what you're referencing. You also want to identify key points that you want to remember or tell someone else about. There's two formulas that I want to share with you. We're going to practice how to do it with just identifying key details or summarizing key details. And we're also going to summarize it using, you could do plot elements, but I'll show you a different way to do it when you're talking about literature or something that you read. I want to say writing a summary isn't an easy task. And that's why I'm really excited to share this formula with you because it will really help make it easier for you. Let's go. So, when you write a four-sentence summary, the first sentence, you should name it. It should be very clear and direct what you are talking about. If it's a lesson, name the lesson. If it is a story, then name the story. Name it and identify the main topic. Or you name it and address the prompt. Okay. And ideally, because it's short in the summary, you want to give like a quick and dirty like answer to whatever the prompt or question is. Two, you want to explain your response. Three, give evidence. If it's a story, you want to provide textual evidence. And then the last sentence is you elaborating on it. So you're actually explaining, each sentence explains the previous sentence. So at the end of every lesson, I say write a summary about what you learned. So let's do that here. In the previous, it's literally all about literacy lesson. See, I named it. It's literally all about literacy lesson. We learned all about nouns. Okay. Now we want to explain it. I learned the difference between a common noun and a proper noun. Now it's time to give evidence. You got to prove that you learned something, right? So here's the evidence. A common noun can refer to any noun like car, while a proper noun is specific like Bugatti. Next, you want to elaborate. Um, and this is kind of wrapping it up. And actually, the last sentence sometimes it will be helpful to mirror the top sentence. So when you elaborate, you can say, I'm confident that I can pass any tests on nouns. Why are you confident? Because you learned all about nouns as stated in the previous sentence. When you put it all together, look at how nicely this flows. In the previous, it's literally all about literacy lesson. We learned all about nouns. I learned, misspelled word. Sorry about that. The difference between a common noun and a proper noun. A common noun can refer to any noun like car, while a proper noun is specific like Bugatti. I'm confident now that I can pass any test on nouns. Okay. Besides that little spelling error, forgive me. Okay, so now we want to try this again. Remember, four-sentence summary, you want to name it and identify the main topic or address the prompt if you're given one. Explain your response, provide evidence, elaborate. Name it, explain it, evidence it, elaborate it. So if you were to read Aesop's The Lion and the Mouse, and you were given, let's say I'm your teacher and I said, okay, Since you've read The Lion and the Mouse, write a summary discussing the theme of Aesop's The Lion and the Mouse. First, you got to figure out what's the theme, and then you name it and identify it. In Aesop's The Lion and the Mouse, I'm naming it. He presented the power of reciprocity in relationships as a theme. What's the theme? And so, see, there I answered the question. So I'm letting my reader or my teacher know I know what the theme is. It's the power of reciprocity in relationships. I'm also letting the person know this is where I'm getting this from. This is what I read, and this is what it means to me. Now it's time to explain that. When you commit a small act of forgiveness or assistance for others, it very well may come back around for your benefit. That's explaining the reciprocity of relationships. Now it's time to evidence it. When the lion released the mouse, he had no idea that the mouse would return the favor by saving his life. That's evidence that's from the fable. Now it's time to elaborate on that sentence. This idea supports the theme by showing that no act is too great or too small. Okay. Hopefully, there's no spelling errors this time. Let's put it all together. In Aesop's The Lion and the Mouse, he presented the power of reciprocity in relationships as a theme. When you commit a, a small act of forgiveness or assistance for others, it very well may come back around for your benefit. When the lion released the mouse, he had no idea that the mouse would return the favor by saving his life. This idea supports the theme by showing that no act is too great or too small. All right? No act is too great or too small. Also, I'm hoping that, let's go back a little. Well, no, let's not go back. But wanting you to understand, if you take writing a summary, the practice of writing a summary, one sentence at a time, and then putting it all together, it'll help you very much with your process. Okay. And it maybe won't seem such a difficult thing to do. All right. Now, I'm handing it off to you. It's your time to practice. This is what I think would help you learn this. Go back and read Aesop's The Lion and the Mouse so you can understand what that one was about, that summary. Then write your own summary discussing the theme. Go ahead and read another fable and write a summary of your own. And you got to keep practicing. Don't let this one and done it. Every time you read something or even watch a movie or watch a show, write a summary of it if you really want to get better at it. Okay. And as always, go and be great. Thank you. Until next time.